sometimes choices can be hard to make, right? We have so many things around us here in the Tennessee Valley to choose from that knowing the right one for you can sometimes be a challenge. But if you are in need of getting in shape and perhaps you're needing some one-on-one attention, maybe you're recovering from a recent procedure or a health concern and you're not quite sure who to call, well, we've got some hope for you this morning. So happy to have Matt Averyhart join us. He and his friends have Onsight Fitness with 3 locations soon to be, right? Matt, you're at the Cleveland location this morning.
Yeah, yes, Julie. Right now I'm at our Cleveland studio right downtown on Inman Street.
And you also have a location in downtown Chattanooga and soon to open one in East Brainerd. You are a little bit of a different fitness studio, though, than what most people might think of. You're not really the go-to for someone just looking to drop a few pounds.
Correct. Yeah, we specialize in getting clients directly from doctors and PTs, although people do just find us online and work with us as well.
So I know you were having to socially distance, and that's a good thing, and I'm sure you're very careful with this always in your different locations, but there are some people behind you that are going through an assessment of sorts. Is that right?
Yeah. Whenever you're coming to Onsite, it all starts with our assessment, our physical assessment that we call the Onsite Assessment. So when you come into our studios, of course, we do a temperature screening and the survey that's recommended by the CDC to make sure that we're taking the proper procedures and screening everyone that comes into the studio. And then, you go through what's happening back here, which is the on-site assessment. It's a 90-minute session that goes over your health history, your exercise history, and then your lifestyle. And then from there, we run you through a series of movement tests to teach you how to move correctly and how to exercise optimally, even outside of our studio at home.
Okay, so are you physical therapy specifically, or are you occupational therapy? Are you a little bit of both? How do you categorize yourself?
Yeah, so we are in the fitness industry. We teach exercise, right? So our staff are called exercise physiologists, right? So they're exercise experts. And so doctors really depend on us to teach their patients how to exercise correctly. And then physical therapists depend on us to teach their patients after physical therapy how to exercise correctly for the rest of their lives.
Okay, can you give us some examples of what you deal with? Because I had asked you, like, suppose you've had a car accident and you just have a catch in your leg when you walk or something. Is that the kind of person you would see?
Yeah, typically you would be referred to a physical therapist, or if you have to sadly go through a surgery, right, you go through your orthopedic surgeon and then into that physical therapy portion, and then after physical therapy, you'd come see us to learn how to relearn your body, right? So now that you have this injury, it's going to affect you for the rest of your life, but it doesn't have to stop you, right? So you can still work out, you can still get fit, and so we teach you how to do that after an injury that you've had. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb here, but I don't know. So there are a lot of asthmatics in this part of the country.
Yeah.
Can exercise physiology help you with breathing techniques?
Absolutely. When we talk about exercise physiology, we talk about the full spectrum of fitness, right? So that's strength and cardio. So what we're able to teach you is how to perform cardio at a rate that's safe and efficient for you. A lot of us, and I'm guilty of it too, you think, oh man, I have to get in shape. Let me go run a mile. Let me start with 1 mile and go up from there. When really you should probably start with walking half a mile, right? And so we're able to teach you really how to breathe better, what your rate is as far as how hard you should be going, particularly if you have asthma or high blood pressure. And we're able to really educate you on how to do that in the safest manner.
Is it something where, Matt, if you're having a conversation with your doctor, maybe your condition is not so severe in the doctor's eyes that they would think to refer a patient to you, but the individual patient can hear about you and say, hey, listen, can you send me a referral their way?
Yeah, absolutely. We have relationships with doctors all over the city, but it's really our clients that come to us not from a doctor that end up telling their doctors about us is how we've been able to network so well. And so word of mouth is great, and you bringing the idea up to your doctor is even better.
So explain for people what an exercise physiologist is.
Yeah. So everyone that works on our team is an exercise physiologist. And what that means is they have at least a bachelor's degree in an exercise science field, right? From there, we have like a rigorous 3-month onboarding system that we do to teach our team how to work with individuals that have chronic disease. Work with individuals that are, a little bit older and want to focus on, not having that fall risk, wanting to be strong enough and build up bone density, as well as working with high-level, high-performing individuals as well. And so an exercise physiologist can really work on the details and use evidence-based practices to train you.
Can you help with things like fibromyalgia, that kind of thing?
Absolutely. We have a couple of clients.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
So is it... No, you go ahead. You were going to complete a thought, and I cut you off.
Yeah, so, what we've found is that Onsite really fits a niche that really didn't have a solution before. Individuals that thought, I'm either way too deconditioned, it's too late for me, I've gone 30 years without working out, or individuals with fibromyalgia or, other, sort of chronic issues that feel like working out is not a part of what they can do. We're able to actually teach those individuals that they can work out, they can move, and maybe exercise looks a little bit different, but it'll accomplish the same thing that we're all looking for, which is a lifelong health.
So what's a typical time span a patient spends with you? Are they there for just a matter of a few visits over the course of a few weeks? How does it work?
Yeah, so what's really neat about Onsite and what we've built is our goal is really to educate our clients and then empower them and encourage them to do these things at home or outside of our studio. And so there's a beginning and an end. A typical client with us stays for 4 months, right? Some stay for 6, some are ready in 2, right? The goal is to build exercise confidence and exercise independence. So if you look at our studios, there's not a lot of equipment, right? The last thing we want to do is get dependent on equipment that you're not going to buy for your home. And so what's really neat is that the training that you do with us here translates well into home workouts, which are very popular.
That's a great point. And then does insurance, if you have that doctor's referral, does some people's insurance cover this?
Absolutely. What we're really working towards is a system where insurance covers our services completely. But at this point, it's case by case, depending on the doctor and the conditions that you have, and if you have Medicare, HSA payments as well. And so we hope to expand that offering and work with more insurance groups over the next 12 months. But right now, on a case-by-case basis, our clients are able to get their training here completely covered.
We are waiting to see what the fall is going to look like, but if the kids head back to school and sports take place as typical, then the football season will be underway. Do y'all see kids, or is it adults only in your practice?
We've had a couple of athletes from Baylor and Macaulay. We're absolutely able to train children, but we haven't seen a lot because what we're after is the group of adults that currently don't have a solution, that don't feel like they can go to a large box gym, don't feel like they can do CrossFit necessarily, or they're not ready for yoga, those sort of things.
Okay, and when they come into you, is it one-on-one attention, and are you in the building? I know you're kind of removed from the scene in the background, but are you typically in the space, just you and your exercise physiologist?
So when you step into an on-site studio, it's just you and your exercise physiologist. That's our main product. It's a one-on-one service, but we also do semi-private. So our goal, like I said, is to sort of progress you into being completely independent. So you start one-on-one, like you see there, and then you move into what's called semi-private, which is one exercise physiologist and up to 2 other individuals with you. So imagine 2 other individuals doing their workouts, which is completely different from yours because it's an individualized exercise prescription.
Got it.
You're sharing that same exercise physiologist.
Well, you were very good to share time with us, and I know that your East Brainerd location's opening, the beginning of July?
Yeah, July 1st.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to share with the viewers the phone number for the Georgia Avenue location. It's 423-315-6403. You can also go online to onsitefitness.com, but he's at the Inman Street location in Cleveland this morning, Georgia Avenue downtown, and then watch for East Brainerd to open up on July 1st. Matt, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Julie.
Eye on Television is now available in your area.